Welcome to this video on documenting HIV and AIDS. This topic requires you to get two things right: privacy and precision. California has specific legal protections for HIV information, and the exact terminology you choose determines if the diagnosis can be coded. We'll start with California's rules, then look at the required terminology for accurate coding. Privacy is the priority. In California, you must have written authorization for any HIV test result disclosure. Additionally, the Z21 and R75 codes are not used in this state. Finally, remember that California law mandates that providers and laboratories report all cases of HIV infection to the local health officer. Precision matters. Non-specific terms like HIV or HIV infection will not code in California. To code to B20, use HIV disease, HIV illness, or AIDS. You should use these terms when the patient is HIV positive and has either a CD4 count below 200 or an AIDS-defining condition. To reach the B20 threshold, a patient must be HIV positive plus either an absolute CD4 count under 200 or an AIDS-defining condition. Importantly, if a patient has ever been diagnosed with HIV disease or AIDS in the past, they continue to code to B20. Once diagnosed, it's always B20. AIDS-defining conditions include conditions such as pneumocystis, Carinii pneumonia, cytomegaloviral disease, Kaposi's sarcoma, systemic candidiasis, HIV wasting syndrome, and other unusual bacterial, fungal, or viral infections. If you observe any of these in an HIV-positive patient, ensure you document HIV disease. When should you query? If documentation says HIV infection, it only confirms the patient is HIV positive. It doesn't clarify the stage, CD4 count, or presence of defining conditions. Use a query to ask if the patient has HIV disease or AIDS, as this answer changes the code. Remember these three habits: protect information per California law, use the specific terms that code to B20, and always query the vague phrase, HIV infection. Following these steps ensures your documentation remains both compliant and accurate. Thank you for watching.